This week in Pokemon Go, we are going to be getting some events featuring Bug-type Pokemon as well as Water-type Pokemon. This is the week where we're going to be getting the Bugout event as well as a research day featuring previously featured Water-type Pokemon. And I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video. Let's get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your week is starting off really well, and let's get right into it. So, we're going to be talking about everything that's really important coming to Pokemon Go during this week, and I'll preface by saying that this is not necessarily going to be an exciting week. Yeah, we're going to be getting some in-game events that are actually pretty good, but I also think this week is not really that stellar compared to previous weeks. But let's start this off by talking about the Bugout event, because there might be a few things with this event that are actually worth paying attention to. The Bugout event is going to start on March 17 at 10 o'clock a.m. local time, and it's going to go for a week until March 23rd at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. These are the featured Pokemon for this event. We're going to be getting the brand new Pokemon Blipbug, as well as its evolved forms, Dottler, as well as Orbeetle. I don't know if these Pokemon are going to be meta, but I do presume that it's going to be something that a lot of players will want to get. And I also believe this is going to be one of those Pokemon that will get a community day one day. It's just kind of like my feeling. But regardless, we're going to be able to get Blipbug for the very first time. And then also another featured Pokemon for this event is going to be Sizzlipede, and that is because Sizzlipede is going to be getting its shiny debut with this event. Next up, let's talk about the event bonuses. Now, this is actually going to be tied to lure modules, which is something you will want to pay attention to. If you use lure modules during this event and encounter Paris during these dates, then the chances of that Pokemon being a shiny is going to be higher than usual. And the same is going to apply for the rest of the dates. From March 19 at 10 o'clock a.m. until March 21st at 10 o'clock a.m., we are going to see Cutiefly instead of Paris, as well as Sizzlipede, and Cutiefly is going to have the boosted shiny rate. And then finally, from March 21st at 10 o'clock a.m. until March 23rd at 8 o'clock p.m., which is going to be the end of this event, we're going to have Combee with a boosted shiny rate as well as Sizzlipede. And of course, considering that Sizzlipede is getting its shiny debut, this will be an opportunity for you to pick up the shiny, but just keep in mind that it is not going to be getting a boosted shiny rate. The boosted shiny rate is only going to apply to Paris, Cutiefly, and Combee that you encounter from lure modules. Now, as I mentioned before, this event is going to have a Go Pass specifically tied to it, and this is their new way of monetizing in-game events. Basically, they're getting rid of event tickets and they're going to be having a Go Pass. And there is a free track and a deluxe track. And regardless of whatever track you get, you're going to be able to get the following bonuses when you unlock their tiers. At tier 1, you're going to get double the amount of experience whenever you catch Pokemon with nice throws or better, and then when you reach tier 2, you're going to get double the amount of candy for successfully catching Pokemon. And if you purchase the deluxe edition, you're also going to get 3 times candy for successfully catching Pokemon instead of 2. So, in general, this is for those who are looking to get more candy. It might be the one reason you purchase the deluxe edition, but there's going to be more about that later. Now, of course, there is going to be a Pokemon debut, and it's going to be Blipbug. It is going to also have its evolved forms, Dottler and Orbeetle. If you want to get Dottler, you just need to evolve Blipbug with 25 Blipbug candy, and then to get Orbeetle, you just have to evolve Dottler with 100 Blipbug candy. That means you're going to have to catch a whole bunch of Blipbug or use your rare candies, and I really do not know if it's going to be worth it, but in general, these are the candy costs and the Pokemon you could potentially get. And next up, let's talk about the wild encounters for this event. There are going to be a whole bunch of bug Pokemon, including Caterpie, Dwebble, Sizzlipede, which is getting its shiny debut, as well as Nimble. And there's also going to be Scyther in the wild as an uncommon spawn. And then spawning in 3-star raids, we have even more Pokemon that are bug types. These include Pinsir, Scizor, as well as Kleavor. And Pinsir and Scizor do have Mega Evolutions, so those might be worth going after. And then finally, in 1-star raids, we're going to have the new Pokemon, Blipbug, which is probably your way of farming up candies for this Pokemon. Alright, next up, let's talk about the water type research event that we're going to be getting on the weekend. This is actually going to be a pretty good event because it is a limited research day event, which in my opinion are actually pretty good. And there is an opportunity here for you to pick up some high IV shinies. So let's go over the details for this event. The Replay Water Research Day is going to be happening on March 21st from 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time. And the Pokemon that are going to be featured for this research day include Lotad, Feebas, as well as Clamperl. All three of these Pokemon had their own research day in the past, and they're essentially going to be combined for this Replay Research Day. Now, alongside these Pokemon, which you will be able to get from field research tasks during the event hours, you're also going to be seeing Magikarp, Chinchou, as well as Marini in the wild. And something to keep in mind is that if you still need to complete your Fisherman Medal, then all of those Magikarp spawns are definitely going to help you do that. And then of course, the big thing with this research day is going to be those research tasks. And you're going to be getting Lotad, Feebas, and Clamperl as rewards, and they're going to have a boosted shiny rate. I believe the boosted shiny rate is going to be somewhere in like 1 to 60. So if you complete 60 field research tasks, you're almost guaranteed a shiny just based on the mathematics. And then of course, there's a paid timed research, which is going to give you additional rewards, and these include additional Lotad, Feebas, and Clamperl encounters, Stardust, as well as experience. If you want to get more bang for your buck, and you really want to get a particular shiny, this could be the way you could do it. Basically, it really comes down to how many research tasks you complete in order to get the most out of this event, so make sure you go to a high population area where there is a ton of points of interest, specifically Pokestops. Do keep in mind that Pokestops are the ones that give you field research tasks, so gyms are not necessarily going to give you those tasks for these Pokemon encounters. So yeah, that is an important tidbit that you really do need to keep in mind when it comes to this event. Alright, let's finish this video by talking about the weekly content. Now, with Max Mondays, we are going to be getting Phalanx in Max Battles, and this is one of those Max Battles that you don't necessarily have to prioritize. Phalanx is a pretty decent Pokemon when it comes to Max Battles, but in general, it is a very difficult encounter. So if you don't want to stress about it, then you can totally ignore this Pokemon. It's going to actually be next week where we're going to be getting an interesting Pokemon for Max Battles. And then when it comes to 5-star raids, we are going to be getting Zamazenta in raids starting on Wednesday. But until then, we're going to continue to have Zacian, and both of these are going to be in their Hero of Many Battles forms. Now, in terms of Mega Evolution raids, we're going to be getting Mega Slowbro starting on Wednesday, and until then, we're going to continue to have Mega Steelix. If you still do not have these Mega Evolutions registered to your Pokedex, it may not hurt to do a couple battles so you can get the Mega Energy in order to Mega Evolve them. And then also, within 5-star Shadow Legendary raids throughout this month, we're going to continue to have Shadow Latias. And then finally, when it comes to the Go Battle League, these are the leagues that are going to be active during this week. Until this Tuesday, March 17, we're going to continue to have the Open Ultra League, along with the Spring Cup Great League Edition. And then afterwards, until the end of the week, we're going to have the Open Master League, along with the Jungle Cup Great League Edition. The Master League and the Jungle Cup are going to have a 4-time Stardust bonus from Wooden Rewards, so this could be a good week for you to farm up some Stardust from PvP battles. Alright, there you go. This is everything that's happening in Pokemon Go during this week, and like I said at the beginning of this video, it's not necessarily that exciting, right? Like, if you're looking to get yourself a really cool legendary or some really cool shiny, yeah, there's not really much being offered here, but at the very least, we are getting ourselves a limited research day, and those are always the events that I tend to prefer, because you can get high IV shinies. The only problem is, of course, you need to be in an area where there's a lot of Pokestops, because that is really what is contingent on you having a very positive experience. Other than that, yeah, nothing else really going on during this week. It's going to be a bit of a chill week, and yeah, I guess I'm okay with that. I don't know. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding this week down below. Is there something in particular that you are looking forward to? Do you feel like this week could have been a lot better? What would you have done to make this week really good? definitely share those thoughts in the comments and let's have a great discussion. And if you really enjoyed this video and you want to support my channel, the best way you could do that is by hitting the like button for this video and of course subscribing to my channel if it's your first time here. And make sure you turn on the notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And also make sure you check out the links in the description below. One of the links is in my Patreon page, and if you decide to become a paid Patreon member, I'm actually going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, with raids and with the friendship system, all that good stuff, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And there's also a link to my Etsy store as well. And if you're interested in anime and K-pop, maybe you'll find something that you will like. So make sure you go and check that out. A link to that is also in the description down below. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, have yourself a really good week, and make sure you love yourself. And I'll catch you all later.
Jinsula.